Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is February the 19th. 2019, strong hand, just like the shirt says. Offended by selling. Value your wealth in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. Unconfiscatable. Personal responsibility is new counterculture. Okay, yeah. Welcome to the home of no fancy sets or graphics. Check out the links below. Everything I talk about in this video is linked to below. DisruptMeister.com. All my old videos, including This Week in Bitcoin, we had a blast, and the Beyond Bitcoin Show, which is Saturday. Check them out. Well, let's start out with this tweet that I found by this guy named TechBalt. Oh, wait, that's me. Follow me on Twitter at TechBalt, TechBalt. Well, this Adam Meister guy, whoever he is, he tweeted this out. In a $10 trillion cryptocurrency market cap world with 90% Bitcoin dominance, the total altcoin market cap would be $1 trillion. Like it or not, there will be opportunities outside of $9 trillion Bitcoin under this scenario. Not a bad place to end up. Strong hand. Okay, so I was thinking about this scenario earlier. You know, I don't like to get into dollars very much, but I remember I read a very optimistic, and I mentioned this on the past show, a very optimistic vision of the future where cryptocurrency is worth like $100 trillion. Now that would, right now, like the total wealth on Earth is a quarter of a quadrillion, which is 250 trillion. So to say that cryptocurrency would make up 40% of the value of the Earth, I don't know about that, but 10 trillion also was in that scenario. Now let's say we get there. If we get to a world, and that would be a beautiful world, where all cryptocurrency is valued at $10 trillion, and the Bitcoin maximalists, the Bitcoin firsters, like me, I think Bitcoin will be the one. Well, to be the one, it doesn't mean the other ones aren't going to exist. I've always said there's going to be a top tier. Let's talk 90% Bitcoin dominance. Well, I mean, that's dominant. That is incredibly dominant. And in a 10 trillion crypto world, though, that leaves $1 trillion of freaking value for the rest of the other coins. Well, to compare that to the present, the total value market cap of cryptocurrency right now is 135 billion, and that's including Bitcoin. So we're talking about, without Bitcoin, altcoins being worth $1 trillion in a market cap under that scenario. And then some of you are going to argue, well, maybe it'll be 80-20 because it's all about the 80-20 rule, right, Adam? Well, maybe it is. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, you know, Bitcoin maximalists, I would hope they would be very happy under that scenario. They maybe some people that kind of seem angry now toward altcoins, why would they be angry under that scenario? Like 90% Bitcoin dominance. Altcoins worth $1 trillion. And that would provide so much opportunity for people who just want to who say, you know what, I don't want to deal with Bitcoin. I want to experiment. Well, that's a pretty cool place to experiment in a $1 trillion market cap land there. Now, again, this is all theoretical, but I'm trying to paint a positive picture for the future of Bitcoin, but at the same time saying, you know, why I believe why it's important to be in the top tier of altcoins now, I guess. You know, you'd want to, in a $1 trillion altcoin market cap, you'd want to be in that top tier. So I can see why Litecoin or Ethereum or wherever, they would want to be pretty dominant of the altcoin sector, and they could still be really successful. And so much could be built around altcoins under that scenario. You know, we say altcoins are just places for Bitcoin to learn and to adopt. And maybe that process will continue for a long time. I mean, there's always going to be people who dream of having the next Bitcoin, and they're always going to fail. But it seems to me that there could be a big space for them to play. And this is Jim from Philadelphia. He's under another name here. I don't want to say his other name. It's kind of a dirty name. Bitcoin is the scale. Bitcoin is the scale. Yeah, well, okay. Thanks for the $1.99. Pound that like button. All right. So thank you very much for the contribution. Now, James. It's James, Jim, James. He uses another name there, but it's James. So I wanted to, also put in perspective for those of you who say, "Oh, the cryptocurrency being a $10 trillion market one day, that seems pretty big." Well, think about this. I mean, Google is almost $1 trillion company now. I think back in 1998, what were all the internet stocks worth in 1998? So much less back then. Okay, so the whole world has been rewritten since 1998. Okay, if you would have said there's going to be one company almost worth $1 trillion called Google in 20 years from 1999, people would have laughed, but some would have said, well, this internet is going to take over the whole world. And it did. The whole world, we live in a completely different world than, let's say, 1991. It's a completely different world. And that's what we're talking with cryptocurrency here. This could be so huge. And again, throwing out some numbers there, but there's room for those altcoins in there too. There is definitely, if the cryptocurrency world is going to be worth $10 trillion, and how about if it's worth $100 trillion? And I seriously doubt it will be. That'd be great. Maybe it'd be worth $100 trillion, but the everything will have inflated so much that the total value on Earth is like $2 quadrillion by then. That's possible also. That's possible that the total value of everything on Earth is worth $2 quadrillion due to inflation, and cryptocurrency would be worth 10% of that. I don't know. That still seems like a. All right, continuing on. So yeah, play this video at 2x. And let's talk about what Arjun said in his tweet. He said, well, first of all, Taval Dakres, who has said that he's a troll before, sent me $4 in Canadian $4. So thank you, Taval. He says, when moon. And so he likes to say that a lot. I mean, whatever. He just gave me money, so if you're trying to be a troll, but you're paying me, whatever. And then Vention Big House sent $5 American dollars. He says, laugh out loud. When Lambo. Well, Vention is not a troll, and he's awesome. Thank you for the $5. When Lambo. Well, dude, man. I've been watching your videos. You've been working too hard. It's been snowing too hard in Seattle for you. So now Vention's like 50, so he'll get his Lambo before everybody else. His fun times, because he's got a different timeline than than a 23-year-old guy. He doesn't have to save as long as a 23-year-old does. So Vention should. If you're 23, let me tell you something. You better not have a Lambo before Vention does. You gotta hold on to your Bitcoin at least until the 2028 halving if you're 23. If you're like 50, you're on a different timeline. Watch some of Vention's videos. He's awesome, and he's working really hard. And I hope he can. He's got a plan. I hope he can comfortably. He's got some Bitcoin. So he's got a plan to comfortably retire, and I'm glad. Just have a plan, people, and value your wealth in Bitcoin. He's still buying Bitcoin. Okay, going back to Arjun. Arjun says, congrats to Coinbase on the acquisition. Now he's kind of being joking around here. Congrats to Coinbase on the acquisition of chain analysis startup Neutrino. FYI, the CEO, Giancarlo Russo, was ex-COO of Hacking Team, and he links to that, who sold offensive intrusion and surveillance capabilities to governments, law enforcement agencies, and corporations. So basically, Coinbase has bought a company that can keep track of every single aspect of your cryptocurrency purchases. A coin analysis, a chain analysis company. So, I mean, Coinbase really wants to be the Facebook of a cryptocurrency. So you don't keep your coins there. Now, if you've already purchased your coins, well, they're going to keep track of you. Be aware. They're going to have some big capabilities, and looks like they're going to go into some very interesting corners of the cryptocurrency world. Again, it's a free market out there. Are they going to offend some customers if they know they're spying on them? Who knows? Probably not. I mean, so many people, go to Google and their phones are all jacked up with all sorts of apps that most people don't care about being spied on. That's just the way of the world. That's unfortunate. You should care about that, and you should be careful. And it is troubling that Coinbase, such a prominent company in the ecosystem, is clearly going the direction. If they purchase a chain analysis company, and the CEO of that company has participated in intrusion and surveillance capabilities for governments, well, it speaks for itself. So just an FYI there. Check out the links below. And yes, eventually Bitcoin will have second layer solutions that will make it much more private. And there are cryptocurrencies out there that claim to be quite private. And again, this is why there are going to be altcoins. And again, me talking about altcoins beforehand, I am still a Bitcoin firster. I still value my wealth in Bitcoin. I still only buy Bitcoin. And I don't, but it's just, we're going to have to deal with it. They're going to be altcoins in the future. And it will be a legitimate place to be. $1 trillion industry, perhaps altcoins will be. That, and the bottom line is, if altcoins are $1 trillion industry, that means Bitcoin will be a $9 trillion industry. And we should be happy about that. We should be darn happy that if Bitcoin is a $9 trillion market cap. Really, I mean, what a beautiful world. Because again, today, on February 1929, if you're watching this in the future, all of cryptocurrency, the total market cap is $135 billion right now. Wow, this will be great to look back on this video one day. As again, first of all, you can pound that like button and look back at disruptmeister.com and see old videos of mine where I'm talking about Bitcoin being worth $400. Those are fun videos to watch, especially when you know that you listened to what I said and you bought Bitcoin. Because I know I listened to what I said and I bought Bitcoin. And it's fun to watch that stuff. Conviction. I had it then. I have it now. I'll always have it. Strong hand. All right. And I'll always be doing a video here every day. Well, always is like, I'll be doing a new video here every day. God willing. All right. So now I don't like to put people up on pedestals, but you might have heard this news. We had Elon Musk on the latest episode of ARK Invest podcast. He had a few things to say about Bitcoin, and they quote him: "Paper money is going away, and cryptocurrency is a far better way to transfer value than pieces of paper." Well, you know what? Elon's a smart dude. I agree. Paper money is going away. Governments want to keep track of people, so they want their own digital currency, so they can, and most people are 80%ers, and they will just let the government keep track of them. But and cryptocurrency is a far better way to transfer value than pieces of paper. I agree with that. Now, Elon. Now the thing is, Elon, could you all of a sudden just say, well, Bitcoin's not the one. I like Potcoin instead. I don't know why he would say Potcoin. Well, I did see that Joe wrote. Anyway, hey, anybody remember Potcoin? That was like a big thing back in 2016. Pound that like button. But so it's, hey, I'm glad he said something nice about cryptocurrency, but a dude like that can all of a sudden one day be talking about Potcoin or something. You never know what's going to come out of that guy's mouth. But he is a smart man, and I hope he gets human beings off of this planet in a major, major way. We need private individuals with big dreams like that. I'm a space dude. I hope that maybe the first trillionaire on Earth will be because of crypto, and they'll pay for a space program to get us in the clouds of Venus or on Europa or something like that. And so you can listen. I didn't listen to the podcast yet. I'm just saying, I know people are going to be talking about that. John Matonis tweeted this out. Oh, this is good. He says this is very bullish for Bitcoin. I don't know if it's very bullish, but it's bullish for Bitcoin because these things are. Illinois may tax private retirement funds to pay public workers' pensions. Oh, that's lovely. So, all you guys who thought you had a private IRA, now your state government of, maybe Illinois, California, New York, well, what do all those states have in common? Maybe one of those progressive states with huge welfare programs. Maybe they're going to steal. They're just going to say, hey, we're going to steal from your IRA now to fund the public workers' pensions, because we promised all these public workers who never did anything in their lives that we're going to keep paying them until they die, even though they're not working now. They never worked. So, or they never did anything useful. They probably worked, or they thought they were working. But yeah, that's very bullish for That's bullish for Bitcoin, because people will learn the hard lesson. Oh man, the government, my state government, can take my IRA. They can't take my Bitcoin. Yeah, learn it, live it, love it, baby. IRAs. Yeah, again, IRAs, gold. People are still telling me about this stuff. Bitcoin. That's my answer always. I saw a video today as some guy talking about, oh, it's time to buy gold. Yeah, right. All right. Yeah, they've been saying that every year. Watch Doug Casey say it in 1980. I mean, there are many. It's funny. Doug Casey, buy gold in 1980. He said, buy gold 1985, 1995, last year, whenever. Always buy gold, buy gold. And then finally last year, Doug Casey all of a sudden turned into crypto too. But he was talking about all sorts of nonsense cryptos also. It's gold 2.0. It's the gold thing. It didn't work out, dudes. Move on. This is it. And I'm just laughing about Doug Casey in 1980 Bitcoin or 1981, whatever it was. There's some video of him. And talk about silver also. And it's just hilarious because now there's so many people that have become Bitcoin millionaires who were born after Doug Casey was talking about. And Doug Casey's he's not perfect, but he believes in sound money. At least he's against government spending. He's against but he just the gold thing. That dream didn't come true. It's too too bulky. You can't ship it around. This is the perfection of gold. Bitcoin is everything they dreamed about, plus so much more. All those gold bugs, everything they dreamed about is Bitcoin, plus a lot more, And this is the technological world we're in now. We're not in the Stone Age anymore. And yeah, again, we got kids born in like 1995 who are Bitcoin millionaires now, and are well on their way to becoming who knows how wealthy. Just keep getting those Bitcoin, dudes. Keep start with 1, then 2, then 4, then 10, 100, 200, 1,000, whatever. And you can get there. What's this? Alec Zip. This dude, I don't know what this dude's name is. This is a good story though. Someone just paid 2,100 Ethereum for transaction fees. That is over $300,000 spent to transfer $15. Did they mistake the fee with sending value? Yes, they did. I assume they did. Guys, be very careful when you are sending any cryptocurrency. Just look what you're paying for the fee and look what you're actually sending. Don't reverse the two. This person did that. And this is where the big boys play. There are no bailouts. Now, again, Ethereum did have a bailout once before, but you shouldn't expect for that to happen at all, for them to turn back the chain for you. All right? So, yeah, it can happen. And I'm glad this was pointed out to all of us over Twitter. Good learning experience on Twitter. I take just be very slow when you're sending. Whenever I'm moving around Bitcoin, I take my time. I'm very careful. Again, the user interfaces on some of these things could be easier. They will be easier because again, we're just at the beginning of all of this. We're at the. I talk about 1998 Google. There wasn't even Google yet in 1998. I tell you, yesterday I was talking about how what's the GBTC guy, how it's so early. There are all these people who want companies to hold their Bitcoin for them, and that's just going to grow. Even and that dude is doing so well. What is his darn name? I can't even think of it. Barry Silbert. He's doing real well as is, and this industry is so little right now. Like he could just become a tremendous. He could be a trillionaire, as I said. We're so early in all this. When there's still user interfaces and people are messing up and sending the sending the fee they're using is what they meant to send. Ouch. Yeah. All right. Finally, let's talk Bcash. Oh no, Bcash. Well, I'm bringing this up because this is a rumor. Bitmain had to liquidate some 500,000 Bcash over Q3 and Q4 to cover losses. No wonder Bcash has tanked. Yeah, no wonder. But the thing is, and the other, Bitmain is still going to IPO apparently. So, they've admitted tremendous losses. This part, I don't think they've admitted, but it's a rumor, and this guy seems to always be right. This is BTC King 555. He's got all this inside information on Bitmain for some reason, straight out of China. And no, if Bitmain had to give up like 500,000 BCH and that crashed the price, and the price is still, it's okay considering that they had a split also. I don't know. Don't don't get angry, people, but Bcash probably is going to go up in value again. They've got a king of the trolls marketing them. It's centralized. They weathered that storm. They got the Bitcoin name. Unfortunately, some people use it with them. They pretend to be Bitcoin. It's just we're going to have a lot of newbies coming in again in 2020 and 2021. It'll all play out. It's all cyclical. But it survived. It survived with them dumping 500K, 500,000 Bcash over Q3 and Q4. There's only 17 million out there. So, and again, they owned, I think, 1 million of them. So they still own 500,000 from what I've heard. Who knows? All right, enough of that. But just don't be shocked if the Bcash trolls come out again and start saying they're going to be next to Bitcoin and flipping this, that, and the other, because they weathered that storm. And if for some reason the Hong Kong Stock Exchange allows them to IPO, well, that'll be good for Bcash also. That'll be good for all of cryptocurrency, to tell you the truth. Love them or hate them, if Bitmain is able to get on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange, that's a big accomplishment for a cryptocurrency related company. It just is something we'll have to deal with. Look on the bright side, whatever. So Bcash will do well. Great. That's great for them. You like Bitcoin? That's awesome, because it's good. The more the merrier. If cryptocurrency companies are successful, get on stock exchanges, IPO, that's good for the whole space. It's good for Bitcoin too. Look, it's positive stuff, man. Be in motion. Don't try to destroy. Don't try to destroy. If you don't like another coin, just let them be. Let them be, because you believe in the rock. If you believe in Bitcoin, you don't need to poke fun at other coins and try to destroy them. You should have a self-confidence. It's just like you as an individual. If you believe in yourself, you don't need to ripple someone else. All right, finally, we do have a super chat from Guy Bennett. He sent $20. Wow, dude, thank you very much for that generous contribution. You're a great supporter of the show. Pascal's Bitcoin wager. You should live as though Bitcoin is the future and buy Bitcoin. If Bitcoin does not work, you only have a finite loss. some fiat. Whereas you will receive infinite gains when Bitcoin moons. Oh man, that's a really good way to end the show. I agree. It is, you just lost some fiat. If now Bitcoin isn't going to zero, but if Bitcoin went to zero, yeah, you lost some fiat. Big deal. You're going to lose some fiat buying that big screen TV or buying that car you don't need or gambling it in Vegas or whatever you do, buying her flowers. You're going to lose it anyway. So, but on the other side, and I believe in that other side strongly, oh my, will you be so happy that you have Bitcoin in the future, because it will be quite a valuable asset. All right. I am Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Surround Meister. Remember to subscribe to the channel, like this video, share this video, check out the links section below. Pound that like button, bang that bell button, strong hand, and click on those squares you see out there. And yeah, now my hair is falling down. It's not as good as it was yesterday. I'll see you guys in the chat. Bye-bye.